Hey guys! The EV revolution is speeding up and China is leading the charge. In today's video, we'll explore the latest numbers from China's booming new energy vehicle market and what it means for companies like NIO. If you're an EV enthusiast or a long-term investor, this is something you'll want to hear. Let's get into it. We're witnessing a massive transformation in the global auto industry. And if there's one place where this change is most evident, it's China. The latest data pouring in paints a very clear picture. Over half of all passenger vehicles being sold in China today fall under the new energy category. That includes fully electric vehicles (EVs), plug-in hybrids, and other cars that don't rely solely on traditional gasoline engines. This shift is more than just a trend, it's a clear indication of where the global automotive sector is heading. The increasing popularity of these new energy vehicles, or NEVs, isn't just a win for the planet, it's also great news for companies like NIO, which are positioned right at the heart of this movement. As more consumers transition away from gasoline-powered cars, demand for clean, efficient, and tech-forward vehicles continues to grow. And that demand is pushing companies like NIO to new heights. Thanks to consistent tracking by organizations like the China Passenger Car Association, we have a detailed understanding of how fast this market is expanding. Their most recent estimates for May point to a huge jump in NEV retail sales. Nearly 980,000 units are expected to be sold. That's an impressive 23% increase compared to the same period last year. Even more eye-catching is the projected penetration rate, which is expected to hit around 52.9%. This means that more than half of all vehicles sold in China this month are likely to be NEVs, clearly overtaking traditional gas-powered cars. This isn't just a temporary surge, it's a long-term structural shift in consumer behavior and government policy. The momentum is very much in favor of NEVs, and investors, myself included, are feeling optimistic. When a market expands like this, it creates opportunities across the board. And with its strong focus on innovation, customer experience, and infrastructure, NIO is uniquely positioned to benefit. China is already the undisputed leader in global NEV sales. Between 60% and 65% of all new energy vehicles sold worldwide are bought by Chinese consumers. That stat alone shows the sheer size and influence of the Chinese market in this space. While Europe and North America are making progress, the scale simply doesn't compare. The numbers speak volumes. In fact, when you add up NEV sales in all countries outside of China, they still don't match the volume coming from China alone. This dominance provides a powerful tailwind for homegrown brands like NIO. They're not just surviving in this environment, they're thriving, growing, and setting the benchmark for what EVs should be. NIO is operating in an ecosystem that actively supports clean energy adoption, making it a natural beneficiary of China's green transition. According to the forecasts, China is expected to sell close to 16 million NEVs by the end of this year. Globally, we're looking at around 21 to 22 million units in total. If China alone accounts for roughly 16 million out of that total, it tells you everything you need to know about who's driving this revolution. And China isn't leaving anything to chance. The government is playing an active role in making sure this transition gains even more momentum. They're offering financial incentives to buyers, subsidies worth up to 20,000 yuan in many cases to encourage people to choose new energy vehicles. Whether you're trading in an older vehicle or buying brand new, the state is stepping in to ease the cost burden and promote adoption. But they're not stopping there. In a bold move to set an example, government departments across China have been directed to start purchasing NEVs for official use. This strategy is smart on multiple fronts. First, it boosts NEV demand directly. Second, it sends a strong message to citizens. If the government is making the switch, maybe you should too. Leading by example often proves more effective than any advertising campaign. All of these initiatives contribute to creating a fertile ground for EV companies like NIO to scale their operations and extend their reach. And let's not forget, NIO isn't just about making cars. They're creating an ecosystem that includes services like battery swapping, which could redefine how we think about EV ownership and convenience. Battery swapping is one of those ideas that seems small now, but has the potential to transform the entire user experience. Yes, we're seeing it in action already, but what we're witnessing now is just the beginning. Most people only associate battery swapping with NIO and fail to see the broader picture. What they don't realize is that as this model becomes more scalable, more automakers will likely join in, integrating their vehicles with NIO's infrastructure. Think of the network effect. The more automakers that tap into NIO's battery swapping stations, the more valuable that infrastructure becomes not just for NIO, but for the entire EV landscape. Once the number of NIO battery swap stations hits the 5K mark, we'll likely see a wave of collaborations and partnerships forming around that capability. Many companies are waiting for NIO to reach that scale before jumping in. So, if you're still sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect moment to invest, just remember, that moment might be slipping away. Once NIO's network and influence solidify further, the upside potential could become harder to capture. It's always better to be early than late when it comes to high-growth opportunities. Of course, I want to be very clear here, what I share is just my perspective. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're looking to make any investment decisions, I encourage you to consult a certified professional. That said, I remain confident in the long-term potential of NIO and the broader NEV industry in China. Yes, the stock price may not reflect this optimism just yet. There are ups and downs, market corrections, and macroeconomic challenges that influence how the market behaves. But long-term investors understand that value isn't built overnight. The road to success is often bumpy, but for those who stay the course, the rewards can be significant. We're looking at a sector with unstoppable momentum, backed by government support, rapid consumer adoption, and relentless innovation. NIO is ticking all the right boxes, from after-sales services to pioneering infrastructure like battery swapping. That's why I remain bullish. The blue sky that NIO often refers to isn't just a slogan. It's a vision of a cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable future, and it's steadily becoming a reality. So let me know what you think. Are you optimistic about NIO's future? Do you believe the Chinese EV market will continue its upward trend? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.